welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the very first episode of the Bar Course Masterclass series. If you're preparing for the bar course or just want a clear breakdown of criminal litigation, you're in the right place. So today we're taking a big picture look at the BSB Criminal Litigation syllabus. That's all 28 units, the key themes, and what you should focus on for exam success. So let's dive in. Before diving in, thank you very much for all those who have subscribed so far. Just a gentle request, for those of you who haven't subscribed, it does take a lot of time, effort and research to produce these videos, so I'd be most grateful if you did give a thumbs up and a subscribe. This will hopefully give me some more resource to make some detailed videos about law, legal training, and also for those of you who enjoyed the shorts, the snapshot bite-size videos, just summarizing very interesting areas of law. So please subscribe. So criminal litigation is at the very heart of barrister training. It covers everything from arrest to appeal. But why does it matter? It's because every case you'll handle in practice involves procedure, evidence, and sentencing. Understanding these rules isn't optional, it's essential. And the syllabus is split into 28 units. It can seem quite daunting initially. There is a lot of volume to cover. However, they are grouped around 4 key themes. These are the procedure, how cases are managed from start to finish, evidence, where the court can and can't hear, trial, the core skills of advocacy and examination, and we will have a separate series of videos on advocacy, looking more detailed look at the skills involved for cross-examination, examination in chief. But in this series, we'll look at the processes involved. And then finally, we've got sentencing and appeal. This is the final stage of every case. And yes, it all links back to Blackstones Criminal Practice 2025 as your key reference for this course. So units 1 to 7, this is the pre-trial process and case beginnings. These first units deal with the foundations, so offence classification, so summary offences, either way offences, and indictable offences. And then you've got powers of arrest, bail, and remands. And then we've also got case management, funding, and detention rules. So this stage is all about how a case gets off the ground. Units 8 to 14, this is the trial process and evidence. So next comes the core of the advocacy. So this is drafting indictments, summary cases versus jury trials, summary trials versus jury trials, how to conduct examination in chief and cross-examination, and then also handling witnesses, hearsay and expert evidence. This is where you start to put your theory into the real courtroom practice. Units 15 to 21, these are special topics and statutory powers. These units cover more complex issues. So the use of coercive powers, special measures for vulnerable witnesses, privilege, and this is quite a large element on this. We'll go into more detail. Can be quite complex. Confessions and also procedural fairness. So think of this as the balancing act between the state powers versus the individual rights. And the last segment, units 22 to 28, this covers sentencing and appeals. So finally, the closing chapters of the syllabus, sentencing principles, aggravating and mitigating factors. Then you've got your pre-sentence reports and victim personal statements, and of course appeals. This is the root, the grounds, and the appellate courts. This is where theory meets the real world consequences of criminal justice. And whilst you're on the course, you'll constantly rely on core legislation that pop up numerous times. So you've got PACE 1984, you've got the Sentencing Act, you've got the Criminal Justice Act, plus the burden and standard of proof. And as many of you probably aware, the term beyond reasonable doubt being the criminal standard of proof. We'll look into that. And also the leading cases you'll find in Blackstones. These are non-negotiable for exam success. However, if you do go to the BSB website, you can find the syllabus for the criminal litigation part of the course, and they detail the elements on the syllabus that need to be covered. So Blackstones Criminal Practice is such a large, substantive text. There's only certain elements that you need to look at, but these are essential. In terms of exams, some golden rules for passing. So prioritize your procedure, know the steps, understand the rules of evidence, what gets in, what stays out, and then of course apply the principles to the context. Don't just memorize, use them. And of course, practice papers, they're the best preparation. So to recap, focus on trial process, evidence, sentencing and appeals. Watch out for common student pitfalls like forgetting key procedural steps or confusing hearsay rules. And that's our overview. So in the next episode, we'll dive into Unit 1 of the 28, the Criminal Procedure Overview. So this looks at the whole process from start to finish, summarized. Whether you're entering onto the bar course or just the general public wanting to know, then stay tuned for that episode. If you found this helpful, certainly hit like, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the rest of the Criminal Litigation Masterclass series. They all do follow one on each other, so please do review the videos again. And remember, this is for educational content only, not legal advice. If you need help with the case, speak to qualified solicitor or barrister. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.